Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Fireside chat with Pat. Today I'm recording a little earlier because I think I'm going to be pretty busy in the afternoon. And once again, I'm sitting outside of the gym. I guess it's nice to record and just reflect a little before doing all that, because it's like this is kind of the last possible moment. Because after I'm going to be too exhausted to, do this stuff. And I am pretty tired now. And I was saying to myself on the way, I don't really want to go to the gym, but I'm doing it anyways because, I guess this is just what it takes. If you want to build healthy habits, if you ever want to see the results, you just got to go, even when you don't want to go. It's just part of living, doing things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but it is what it is. I think of it like I'm doing it for my future self, I guess. Maybe not the me of right now, although when I do leave the gym, I always do feel a little good. It always brightens my day a little bit, just to know that I did something, and I put effort in most of the time. It does feel nice, so I guess there's always that positive. So I'm doing it for, future me, as in future me of like an hour and a half from now, and also future me as in like, later this year me, because I've already seen some results from going, which really does make me happy. And, if I keep at it, I keep eating healthy, I keep exercising, I'm going to see even more results, and I'll, hopefully be getting more confidence, and we'll see what happens from there. But I guess, yeah, really I've just been trying to stay motivated, stay on track. And there's this quote I really like from the scene from BoJack Horseman. It's a pretty good show. I recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. I've already seen it all the way through 3 times, and I loved it every time, and I could watch it a million times more, but I don't want to, at least not now, because sometimes it really can make you depressed. But anyways, that's not important right now. Sorry, I'm in the car. I'm unbuckling right now just because I want to take my jacket off. This will take 1 second. I'm so sorry to do this in a video. It's unprofessional, but although it's the middle of January, it's pretty hot out. But anyways, the scene, it was the end of the last episode of the second season, and it was I guess a little similar to my situation. It was BoJack. I guess he realized what he wanted. He realized that, it was really time to make a big change in his life. After a lot of stuff happened, just within those 2 seasons, a lot of stuff happened. So he started to exercise, which I guess is, it doesn't fix really anything, but it teaches you, about being consistent, about having, discipline. It teaches you that, and that can lead to other things that can really, help you feel happier. So he started doing that, and, he was running up the hill in front of his house, and he was, like, cursing, and he's like, oh my gosh, how does anybody run? Why do people enjoy doing this? This is the worst ever. And he makes it just to the top of the hill, and he collapses on the ground, and he's laying on his back out of breath, and there's this other guy who comes up, I don't know what type of animal he was, like a monkey, well, probably some type, but like maybe a baboon, I don't know. And he was seen in the background of the second season, running throughout. So we had glimpses of him before, and this is the only thing he says in the entire show. And I think I have the quote memorized. He says, "It gets easier. Every day it gets a little bit easier, but you have to do it every single day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier." And that quote, it really sticks with me. I'll see if I can find the scene, and I'll link it in the description. But it really does, especially, like, because it's true, starting to, make improvements for yourself and, like, I guess change your life, for lack of a better phrase. It really is hard at first, but, sorry, I just turned off the car. I get this is very unprofessional, but whatever. It really does, it's hard at first, but if you can stick through it and you do it every single day and you turn it into a habit, then you yourself are not going to let you skip out. It's good because with these healthy things, you will start feeling guilty if you miss it. When before, like, for example, before I started going to the gym, I didn't really do that much exercise. I didn't really do any exercise. But I didn't feel bad about it because I didn't know, like, I didn't know what would it be? Like, the alternative would be. I always had those desires, like, I want to get in shape. You see people on, like, TikTok or whatever with abs, and it's like, I want to be that. But I never had the motivation. And then I started, and it got overwhelming, and then I gave up. And then I started again, and then I gave up. And then I started again, and then I gave up. And I probably started like 3 or 4 more times. And then I feel like I'm finally sticking with it now. And it's been like a good, few months that I've been consistently going. So hopefully that's, it sticks this time. I'm really doing my best to, make 2023 different from all the other years. But yeah, if you're ever struggling with, getting consistent at, something, it can be anything really. If it's giving you trouble and you find that you're giving up, or not necessarily giving up, but you find that you're messing up. You're missing days of doing whatever it needs to be, whatever you need to do, like, for example, meditation maybe. The thing is, as long as you don't truly give up, then, you're still in it. It's like, if you just resign yourself to not doing it, then I guess you could consider it, that you failed at that. But if you keep trying, it doesn't matter how many times it takes you. It doesn't matter if, it takes you 1,000 times, 2,000 times to actually, like, stick with it. It doesn't matter, because as long as you don't give up, then you're still achieving. You're still, moving forward and putting your best foot forward. And that's what's important, really, just to not get too hard on yourself, to let yourself fail. Yeah, it's a lesson, and you shouldn't feel too bad about it if you do fail, because, well, to fail and to make mistakes is to be a human. So yeah, it's completely okay. So yeah, now, thank you for listening to that. Now, I guess I don't really have the best segue, but I guess I would like to recommend a song today. Well, I do it every day. And this song is Red Dead Redemption. It's part of the Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack. It's, the titular song. It's just called Red Dead Redemption. And I was listening to it yesterday on the treadmill, and I got so much energy. Seriously, it's probably like probably one of the most powerful pieces of music that I've ever heard. I love it so much. Although it does make me a little sad, because if you know the context of everything that happens in the game, don't worry, I won't spoil. But we will have a spoiler discussion of that video game one day. If you know the context of everything that happens, it's a pretty depressing song. But it is just amazing. The people who worked on that, the people who worked on the soundtrack of that whole game are just very impressive and very, very talented. So yeah, it's going to be Red Dead Redemption today, and that is just an amazing song. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for listening. I hope everybody's safe, happy, and healthy. And yeah, I am going to babysit kids tonight. So for the first time, and I hope that goes well. So we'll see. Anyways, wishing you all the best. I'll see you guys tomorrow.